Hey there, YTPC. It's your boy Cosmo, the cat dad piper. I just grabbed my pipe here, gave it a charlight. If you don't already have a pipe, go ahead and grab one, pack it, light it. Pause this video and we'll share a bowl together. Now that you got your pipe, I've got my Bing's favorite. And in it I'm smoking, of course, Cornell and Diehl Crooner. I think this is going to be my dedicated pipe for that tobacco. Just makes sense. When you're done watching this video, leave in the comments. Let me know what you're smoking and what you're smoking it in. I enjoy seeing that. So, it is a beautiful Sunday night where I'm coming from. Had a perfect summer day today. Got to be maybe 84 degrees, zero humidity, nice gentle breeze. Cooled off a bit tonight and relatively quiet in the neighborhood. Hear the crickets singing in the background. Smoked a couple other bowls earlier tonight. My friends Ken and Angie came over. Kenny got his first cob pipe maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Smoked about 3 times. It's his first pipe. And his wife was talking about how she loved the smell of pipe tobacco. Had memories of her grandfather smoking a pipe. So after they left here, they went to the local tobacco outlet, and she picked out a nice little inexpensive wood pipe. And got some half and half and some Largo menthol, which I guess is pretty much rubbish, but kind of figured that would be the case. But sounds like we might have a couple newbies. I think that's how we all get started, with memories of a grandfather or father smoking a pipe and that smell of tobacco. It's a memorable smell. So, as far as summer goes, here in Iowa, we've had a few days this year that were hot and sticky and humid and, I don't know, high 90s, 100 degrees with humidity, but we've, all things considered, lucked out. Just not looking forward to the winter. I'm prepared to put on a jacket and hat and gloves and have a bowl or two, but it's when you get the snow or the ice and it gets warm enough to melt and then refreeze into ice. My deck turns into a skating rink. Can't tell me how many times I've wiped out, fallen on my knees and hands, just barely stepping out of my house. There's been a few winters where I've had to decide how badly do I want to go out. How bad do I want to go out to the coffee shop? How badly do I need to get groceries? What can I manage to forage together from the remains in my refrigerator cabinet? We have all 4 seasons in Iowa, and I'm wouldn't change a thing for it. We cannot wait for cool fall weather for September and October. The smell of bonfires and leaves changing colors and falling to the ground and crisping up. Almost as good as the smell of a pipe. Of course, it probably doesn't hurt that Halloween's by far my favorite holiday. I was actually supposed to be born on Halloween. Well, it caused problems and came 5 days later. Well, it's okay. Every year, I'm the one that hosts like a Halloween or birthday party. Get dressed up. One year I was Mario from Super Mario Brothers. Another year I was a Blues Brother. One of my 2 favorite costumes is one year I dressed up as a yard gnome. Made the outfit up by myself. My favorite was being a big Muppet fan and all. Dressed up as the Swedish chef. With old bushy eyebrows and mustache and chef's hat and apron, striped shirt. Had the voice down pretty good too. Got a few stories about Halloween. Tell you about a couple of them, but maybe save 1 or 2 for come October. So every year after Halloween, a couple days after, I'd wait for the store to mark down decorations and get some stuff for the house or the front yard. And at one point when I lived at the house I grew up on, I had a couple strobe lights, a couple black lights, 2 fog machines, which is really awesome. And just inside the garage door, which is connected to the house, I'd have a CD or a cassette playing spooky noises on Halloween night. Create some atmosphere for the trick-or-treaters. One year, Dad and I put on some masks and gloves and made sure none of our skin was showing, and sat on the front porch like scarecrows and sat really still, wait for trick-or-treaters to come up. We wouldn't do anything around the little kids, but the older kids, we'd sit real still, and as they got close, we'd hold our breath, and they'd look at us and be like, "The scarecrows? Or is there somebody in there?" And we wouldn't react, wouldn't say anything. And they'd talk themselves into convincing that we were scarecrows, and as soon as they did that and they stepped a little closer, we'd kind of jump and go, "Boo," or something like that. Give them a scare or a laugh. Let's see here. See if I can do a one-handed relight. Tell you another story. Talking too much. Can't keep it lit. So this other time, one year we had an actual scarecrow that we'd gotten from the craft store. We sat it out on the corner of the yard, right by the driveway and the sidewalk. And a lot of times, if the kids were, say, grade school age, the parents would stand by the driveway out on the sidewalk and let the kids come up to the door, get their candy. And so this one year, my mom handed out the candy, and my dad and I peeked through the dark kitchen windows, through the blinds, and we had a walkie-talkie. The other one was turned on and tucked in the shirt of the scarecrow. So, while the parents were just standing there and looking at the scarecrow, waiting for their kids to get back, my dad would talk to the walkie-talkie. Hey, aren't you a little old to be trick-or-treating? Something like that. I'd kind of be taken aback and start laughing. Then the kids would come back and parents would think it's so cool and be like, hey kids, check this out, the scarecrow talks. So of course we'd say nothing for the longest time, right until about the kids are like, oh, what are you talking about, you're being silly, Dad. And then right as soon as they'd start to walk away, it would be on the walkie-talkie, thanks for stopping by, have a happy Halloween. The kids would like double take and be like, what? Wow. A lot of fun, good memories. I love Halloween. To the point where I think the colors of orange and black together. And seeing all the decorations in the stores, Target, Walmart, wherever. Almost like an aphrodisiac for me. Oh, it's so good. Love going to haunted houses, even though they were oftentimes cheesy and not very scary and predictable, but I enjoyed them. Even when it got to the point where it was predictable enough where I'd go through and get critical and be like, I would have had somebody jump out over there. Oh, something's missing from here, or, that thing isn't working right, or something like that. At one point, I had drawn up, blueprints for if I were to have a haunted house. I'd have a nice one themed. Had all the scares and rooms figured out. It's going to be Alice's Wicked Wonderland. Of course, my Queen of Hearts would be the one with the chainsaw yelling off with their heads and chasing them from behind. Nothing gory, just scary. Anyways, so peaceful out here. Love it. It's going to be really hard to give this away come winter. Still don't know what I'm going to do if it gets too bad out. Don't really want to be smoking inside, and certainly don't have the money to be buying those nice fancy air purifiers, those machines that will break down the smoke and clear the room of any trace of smoke. Be nice though. If you guys have any other ideas about how to handle the winter, I know a lot of you guys don't deal with it too much being down south, but if you do have an idea, let me know in the comments. Doing it wrong, you're up in Minneapolis, what do you do? Let me know. Neighbor across the alleys just took off his car going somewhere. Probably a late night food run or something. I remember this summer I bought this house and moved in. And growing up, I always lived in a neighborhood where our backyard was facing another neighbor's backyard, and we didn't have an alley behind the house. I remember one time being in my kitchen back here, and I just turned around and looked through the window in my family room off the kitchen and seeing this car drive down the alley. For a moment, I forgot that there was an alley back there. I mean, I had only been in the house maybe a month. I thought, who is driving down my backyard? It took me a second. The car was pretty much gone by the time I realized my mistake. All things considered, though, I've got a pretty quiet neighborhood. Tonight I can hear the crickets. Occasionally I'll hear a helicopter flying overhead. But I'm about half a block away from the two main roads in my neighborhood. The one's about 5 minutes away, leading straight to the city hospital. So you might hear an occasional ambulance, but hold on a second. Let me pause this. I'm going to see if there's anything left in this pipe. Okay. Got it lit again. I think we're about done with the bowl, though. So I'll probably be wrapping this up soon. Hope you enjoyed your time with me. Hope you enjoyed your pipe. If you haven't already, check out my video I did earlier this week about my 100 subscriber goal. All you have to do is grab your phone, hit record, and share a pipe with me and the rest of the YTPC. And throw in a dad joke, make me laugh, since I am a cat dad. No real kids yet. Don't know when that'll happen. I wouldn't mind it someday, but I gotta find the lady first. you know someone, send her my way. Anyways, that's about it for me tonight. Enjoy the rest of your bowl. As always, thanks for watching. God bless, and we'll see you soon.